Hey everybody. Hello. Okay. Sorry about that. Was checking if that works. I got a nice drawing pad here. So we're gonna be drawing something. So earlier today, I decided to recreate a child character of mine in a Sonic style. This is the character. I thought, hey, it looks pretty good. I like it. This is Super Oreo in the Sonic style. Don't know who that character is. I have some videos about it. It's a character I made as a kid about my dog. It's a superhero. I was like, I'm gonna do that Sonic style. That'd be fun to see people do similar things online. This time we are going to be creating uh, Barney, purple dinosaur. Yes, why him? Well, you see, I thought it'd be fun to do, and my GF, believe it or not, yes, I do have a girlfriend, likes Barney. Anyway, okay, I'm gonna look up images of Barney. On my computer here, I'm using this to record this, and right here is my computer. Get an image, see what he looks like. We're gonna make him a Sonic character. Now, Sonic characters have this kind of body, at least for the male characters, usually have this has kind of a body shape where the bottom part is smaller than the top half. So your torso, like to the chest areas, makes them, I guess, look bigger. Usually they have a pretty noodle arms, not much muscle definition really for most typical characters. Sonic characters always have big shoes, not huge shoes, but big shoes, and they always pretty much wear shoes for the most part. And gloves, sometimes not, but usually their hands are big, as you can see here. Creates a nice dynamic. You did use some color theory and aspects in this design, by keeping it pretty basic. Use the colors. And they have a head, and they can have a non-conjoined eye or conjoined eye, whatever, it depends. And yeah, they usually have kind of a muzzle here, really. And the head you can kind of, that's the basic idea of a Sonic character. They can really go wherever way you want, because here he's wearing a little bit of clothes and cape, because that's what the original character wore. For Barney, we'll see. Barney's gonna be a bit more basic. We'll try to make him interesting. The top here I have some color. Don't you can ignore these colors because these are just the top where I can rip that off. Just where I was testing some other things. I do like to use this top part here where it's like you cut where it rips. You can like tear the paper off nicely for what is it? Coloring. Anyway, it should probably be drawn for you, right? Anyway, I'm just gonna do this all on this paper, and if you guys are interested, I will maybe scan it in digitally if you want. But we're just gonna do Barney. I got an image of Barney I'm looking at. First, we're gonna do our little default. So we start with the head, which is, like I said, it's a Sonic character, so it's typically big. Just start with a rough outline. It looks like shit. Yeah, it's a shitty circle, not a perfect circle, but you don't want to worry about anything that stuff when you're starting out. You want to get the proportions down right away. First thing you do if you're light lines. We're gonna do our typical proportions. Like I said, here's here is Barney. Trying to get him down. He's a bigger guy, so maybe we'll make him bigger. Uh, we'll see. So Barney, he's like kind of happy guy, I guess. So let's make a for his arms will be like kind of like I like that. Like he's like I guess he's like happy, I guess. I'm not sure what you call this pose. Looks like I ran out of space, which sucks. This is why I really bad proportions. So do we need to? This were the side, since my arm is for the right side is going off the head. And it's going to go off the edge. Is where I decide, oh, what should I do? Should I change this pose? Should I change his arm? I'm thinking I thought of something pretty cool. I'm gonna change this so I do light. You, I don't even know I'm using this eraser. It's better to use like this style eraser to erase because it just gets everything done. Or your pencil sketch. Get rid of those pencil shavings. Let's see what we're gonna do. Um, Here I am struggling to get the right pose I want. You can work for days, I guess, too. And we're gonna keep the character. We're gonna add a new Sonic thing to him. So we're gonna decide. You have to have shoes and gloves. Darn Barney. We'll make his body bigger, I guess. Here's where his legs come into place. So we got his legs. And shoes will be facing this way. So I got sit down. His legs seem like they're a little small. What we'll do there, I guess, is that we'll change the body around, I guess, a little bit. We're gonna there we go. Mm. We got a very rough outline going on here for what we're gonna do. Barney here. So I do have some more thicker lines. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna gently, for me at least, I'm gonna gently erase these lines a little bit so we know where stuff is, but we'll have a better understanding. Especially where the lines are a bit darker. You might have trouble seeing it now, but it doesn't matter. So, okay. We got rid of some lines here. Let's get rid of this entirely over here. All right. So maybe I did this a little too rough, but it doesn't really matter. I can see where everything is going to be. So what we're going to do now, I know I only want to use watching, which might, I don't know. This is me still, which this is going to be for anybody watching this in the future right now, you have one person watching and it is not me, so that's okay. But so the head. So his head's a little big, but we'll start with a typical muscle kind of characters have, just to start out with, and the base of the design will change. Now Barney has a really weird face, for being honest, so it's going to be a little difficult, especially in the head. So let's just add. Hmm. I'm getting it. Hmm. I'm working out a design for the purple dinosaur. So, Barney's eyes don't really look like they would be conjoined, so we're just going to. He might look like a frog, but he has a kind of weird design as it is. Give him eyebrows here. So he's got nostrils and a mouth. I'm not doing a side mouth because the mouth is big, so we might as well make sure it looks like okay. Kind of get that. This is a kind of a weird character. So he's kind of pretty happy, so we'll give him this typical Sonic iris here. He's actually kind of looking like the character, but Sonic-fied. You know, we're just gonna do a little Sonic thing there. It doesn't matter how bad you are, because you're just gonna be doing this. You're gonna ink this out later. We're just designing Barney, the purple dinosaur, as a Sonic character. The legs are just kind of straight lines, are a little difficult, but we'll work with it. We kind of got an idea here, right? What Barney's gonna look like. So we're trying to do the body. We need his hand. And the Barney kind of has pretty simple hands, but since we're doing Sonic characters, you have the 5 fingers and all. So let's get this arm over here. Area I probably could have. All right, let's just erase this area here because there's too much shit going on. All right. We are going to. Tell me what character you want me to do. What you want me to draw next. Because I will. So I'm not sure what his cuffs are going to be right now. So I'm going to just do a circle, a giant circle there for now. Because I messed this up, I can erase this or later. Barney has a pretty big tail, and we're going to keep that. We keep the tails, you know. You're in Sonic verse. All right. So Barney's kind of like, I don't know what he's doing really. Let's keep it for now. Let's add his like stomach patch, where his like brain is. Who's Barney looking from the back? I don't even know. Does he have any design in his back? Let me look. He has some spots, I guess. Doesn't really have scales or anything like that. Let's add some of that detail here. We'll have him have like a giant tube ring, you know, makes him cool friendly. Or I'm not a big fan of his hand. What do you think? His thumb's what I'm having trouble with. Cause this is where you, as an artist, you act out. You know, you don't want the arms to be too different. I don't know what I was saying there. Anyway, for hands, you don't need to put that much. You don't need to put really that much detail into them. To be honest, as I said, I'm making a really weird looking hand. I don't know. Hands never bothered me. I don't know. I never had problem with hands. Maybe do that. Usually, I can just like fix it immediately. You know. There's Barney so far. I see that only one person's been watching this, and I don't know if that's me. It counts me. There's my face, by the way. If you're watching this, I would mind getting a comment or two. Yeah. So this is what's going on right now. We're just drawing Barney. Yep, Barney. I'm sorry, I'm looking something up. We are drawing Barney. Barney. So, yeah. I'm thinking about what I should do next for shoes. Barney, he just has his feet hanging right out. So, Barney is actually pretty good if it comes to color. He's only purple and green, which are complementary colors, which means they're opposites on the color wheel. We'll talk about coloring later. But there is one color. He has yellow toenails on his shoes, and I guess this means we're gonna make his shoes yellow. Then, even though he's mostly green. Anyway, we're gonna keep this ring, the cushy pillow rings. I imagine it to be like. And yeah, if you wonder why I'm doing Barney, it's because my girlfriend likes Barney. She has a Barney plush that she grew up with that she's been attached to. So I think it's a nice thing to give her, in the Sonic style. That was my art style I like. So and it turned out pretty well for my child character here, Orius Burio. Let's see what we're gonna do. Shoes. Actually got so we're gonna create the soul, I believe. Which is create, something little back thing there. And we're actually gonna create where the toes used to be, like little 3 dots here. And how like something like that there. That's pretty like that. And let's just create where the little shoelace design thing there. So he doesn't really have much going on anywhere else. What do you guys think so far? This is what Barney looks like so far. As a Sonic character, he's kind of weird character design, so. We're going to change his snout a little bit so it looks more like the character. And I think we're done for this part. By pencil. And we got myself a pen. We're going to be inking this character, which basically means we're going to be taking the design and we're going to outline it. So this is a pretty basic part. So I'm going to play you the theme song as a joke. The character I'm doing. On my phone, once I can get it up. Or I would do that, then I just remember the copyright exists, so I'm not going to even do that. So we're just drawing the outline for Barney here. See, the snout thing kind of worked for Barney because he has a kind of a for his cheeks and a snout. He kind of already had existence here already. You know. I love you. You love me. We're a happy family. So far, the inking's going well, I believe. And I don't hold the pencil like this. I hold it like this. I don't know why. That's how I draw my whole life. It's an autistic thing. This is pretty relaxing doing the inking. You know, you kind of did the work, and now you're straight, kind of tracing over it, basically. I'm wondering, was Barney has pretty recognizable giant white teeth? I'm not sure if I could put that in there somehow. Just the happiest Sonic character in the world. Look at this happy dinosaur. Maybe you'd have like buck teeth, something like that. You know, yeah, that works. A buck tooth for because you gotta have the teeth somehow. It's got little buck teeth, pretty cute. I'm liking this design better than Barney's design. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm not a fan of Barney. I watched as a kid, but it is kind of not the best show. But my girlfriend really likes Barney, so I'm doing this for her. And I thought, let's redesign it. Get you new perspective on things. And I realized his arm's a little too big, bigger on one side, so we're gonna change that in the inking process. Not the best decision, but now the arm it looks a bit better now, I guess. And the arm's doesn't look the best. I could do a better job. Like I said, I'm not. I need to get back into art so I won't fuck up some shit. Okay. All right. For those of you tuning in, we are drawing Barney. Barney is dinosaur. Ink is a great way to see, like, okay, so I'm actually changing the finger sizes so they're more even. The limbs are going to be different based on the finger. Like the pinky is going to be the smallest one, and the ring and middle finger. See, for me, look at your hand. The middle finger is typically the biggest one. So right here, Barney, his middle finger. It's actually not. I messed that up. Whatever. It doesn't really matter that much just for a cartoon character, but in this part, these three are the long fingers, really, and the little bitch ass pinky ain't. Even outline this spot on his back. Let's create another one just for symmetry sake. Let's do his nice dinosaur tail. Thinking is fun. That's all I can say. So we're gonna make this line up with his tail. Try to make this straight as possible. Down to his leg. My legs are gonna look sloppy because I'm not the best at this. But it doesn't really matter, it's just for fun, right? It's just for fun. While I'm doing this, I'm gonna think about what the colors are gonna be like. It says shoes are gonna be yellow, but because I did the toe thing, I think they're not gonna be yellow. Just because let me do that. Let's go over here. This is a problem. See, I fucked up a little bit as I put my hand like that. I really should be doing it like from left to right because my hand's to the right. And what happens is that um the ink smears a little bit when you touch it sometimes, which sucks a little bit, but it's okay. The way I draw. So we're gonna let before we do that because I messed up the face, which kind of sucks, but whatever. Not too bad, but it doesn't really matter. The finished product's not gonna matter, but still is great. You can get a pretty good ink pen from Dollar Tree, by the way, or Dollar Store, wherever or if you're in the UK, a pound store. I'm doing this hand. Here. It might look a little weird. In fact, it looks fucking weird. I fucked that up. Good artist acknowledges their mistakes. Do something shitty, you atone for it. That's all I can say. So for inking, we got one area left, which is shoes, and this time we're going to do it left, right. Really hoping to have more than one person on this stream, but it's okay. I felt like I got more views when I was doing my testing stream, which makes no sense. All right, guys. Inking complete. Here he is. I messed up on this hand because I tried to redo a face with the new size contrast, and I was like, as I got lazy, and you don't want to do that, especially during the ink process. Make sure better. Right now, I would like to erase. What I would do is I would erase this, and then I would do the coloring process. But because I don't want to fuck up the ink anymore, we are going to wait on that. But I can take this time to sign at the back. We're not going to take it off just yet. We're going to sign my name. I like to do in pencil. And I always like to, I do this because it's cool to look back at your artwork and see what time you did. So 4, 6, 21. I'll write what I did. Barney. So you want to wait to make sure that the ink is completely dry. So I'll just showcase my other drawings. So this is my other character in the Super style. I done did. Crocodile Dundee. Oh, just look at that. This is something I like a lot. Like, look at that. Yeah, how are you guys today? I would say something, but I'm not getting anything in response. So, yeah. While I'm waiting, because I'm gonna erase this. I'll move this out of the way for now. I'm gonna get out all my colors. These are my colors I'm using. Got this from my art supply store that was closing down, so I got it for sale. Quite a lot. So Barney uses purple, and we'll use this. See which shade this purple is. Is that be fine? So I'm doing the top of the thing. Let's see, either that one or this one. Let me see which one I like better. Do it this lighter one. I think will look better. So we got purple there. Hey, this looks like a big green from Barney's. We got this lime looking green, and we're gonna need our base yellow. So Barney's made up pretty much of 3 colors. Because his mouth's open. His mouth's black originally, but that's kind of weird. So we're gonna use red for that. So we got ourselves a red for his mouth opening up. And we might need our color, but right now doesn't matter. All right. So I'm gonna sharpen some of these up to make sure they're nice and ready for when I'm ready to color. Make sure you keep a nice balance of colors, complementary colors. Keep in mind how they look when used. They can look good, but sometimes they're not. Barney is a little gaudy, even though he does use complementary colors. Sometimes they don't look that best. A nice handheld sharpener. Spread it out. All right. I waited quite enough time, so let's just erase. We're gonna erase everything. Since I'll give you more time, I'll start erasing from the outside. Anything else on the outside. You're going to see like a nice outline. No more pencil sketch. You're going to see also what it looks like, right? This is what I've been working for the whole time. And you're going to like it a lot. All right, let's start from the hex sweat inked first. It shouldn't smear up at this point. Any of the smears over there are the ones I made a mistake doing. You know, you really can't. I guess you can use white out, but the air color can hide up. When we color it, we can hide it a little bit. Great. I like this Parks reveals what you've been working on the whole time. It's pretty cool, actually. So we're just erasing all the lines. We don't want any of these lines here. And now I can see that, this doesn't connect. We'll add a line there. We'll we'll do this arm now over here since I did that second to last. All these pencil marks are gone. I'm not sure what I should do with this. I'm really disappointed in myself in here. I don't know. I did that. I don't know. It looks a mistake. All right. I see. I can kind of see my signature through the paper. I'm sure you can either. All right. We're gonna erase. I did smear it a little bit because this wasn't done. Because it's the last thing I did. Oh well. It's not too bad. And I think that looks pretty. It looks pretty cool when you like get anything that looks like wow, it looks pretty weird. It looks kind of surreal, you know. Other than some mistakes, it actually looks. I can't even believe I actually did this. To be honest, like I did this. We're gonna do colors. So here's how I like to color. We're not gonna do any really intense shading at all. Might just do like a light and dark color because I'm lazy. So Barney's just naked pretty much. Just put that out there. So I'm not doing this exactly how I usually do it, but there's a way to shade certainly, but that takes forever, and I don't feel like doing it. So I'm just gonna do this for simple kids. Let's keep it one consistent tone. So what I like to do is like this was something I learned. It's not what most professional artists do, but it's something it's pretty basic. Keep in the line. You don't want the color going out. I have trouble doing that sometimes. So you do an outline color, what I call it. Take your color and you outline your area of coloring. Then you just color that in. We're gonna move this out like this is my elbow space. So we're just coloring Barney purple. For those of you who like coloring, this is a dream come true. We got this area outlined. Now we can just color it. This is where I can get like is go all over the place, but you don't want to get too reckless. So we're just gonna keep it a nice purple color. There in his body. Outline his legs here with purple color. Nice purple color. Welcome to the Kyle Ross experience. Even if this is purple on this color, I still like to like have the outline for the. Actually, we're doing shade, and I still do the same amount of shading, usually just a little lighter. And the coloring, you can fix up your mistakes by adding more and more layers of color. It just takes a while, and it's not necessary. It's why a lot of artists nowadays will color in a digitally because it's much easier. But for me, I don't like, especially since I'm not really submitting this art anywhere, to just do this. So usually what I do, if I like having actual physical pieces, is that if I was doing this, I would do the rough outline and then scan it and then do the inking and coloring on the computer. As you can do that there. It's much easier. So a lot of purple going on here. His shoes would probably be green. Because it looks pretty chintzy coloring. We're gonna add more layer of purple here so it looks less crappy on some of these areas. What you gotta do. All right, his purple body color is colored. Now we gotta do his face. his whole face, even if it looks separate, is going to be purple because that's how the character originally is like. So we're going to do the outline. We're drawing this around the mouth because that's what it is. We're going to do this part red and this part black just to reference the original design. But he still like he has stuff in the inside, you know, not just a black void of death. Like I said, I probably will do a basic shading for this guy once I finish the base color. This is quite a project. All right. Most of the character is purple, so when we're done, be like, okay, there's Barney. I think this is really fun to draw in this style. I like it. Tell me if you want a character to be done in this style, because I will do it. I will do it. And I'll do anything else. I'll tell you what, should I resign my Sonic OC from when I was a kid? Next time? Or should I redesign something online? Like like Cold Steel or Sonic Shoe? You can tell me. So we did Barney's base color. He's purple. So we're going to take his next primary color. It's green. We're going to do his body in this color. It's not his body, his belly. This color. He's not the most interesting looking character because Barney doesn't really have much clothes or anything to really give him. I was like, I'm not going to, since this is for my GF, I don't want to change him too much. I just want to do him the Sonic art style. And there's two roles you got to keep in mind, so which is the gloves and the shoes. So for the most part, you can change that by side. I'm gonna left what I'm doing. I'm gonna keep those. It's green is there. I don't know who's watching me. The one person. It does make me feel better. There's at least one person watching. This is still fun to do, even if nobody watches. So we got scale. So those are the only things I know green. So now we got to figure out what we're going to do the rest of the colors. Though I am going to do this what I already know it's going to be. So what we're going to do is mouthy here. Nice red color. We'll just add the shading already because it's going to be pretty basic. There we go. And I'm going to add, which I might need later. I use black oil, that's why it's the smallest pencil. Interior of his mouth is going to be black, a reference to the character. Alright. So I gotta tell you what. I'm gonna make this yellow here. And we're going to make these cuffs. I feel like they should be yellow. I'm going for, I think. Oh, sorry, I wanted to add something. This yellow, I can't really do any shading. This yellow kind of sucks as a color, to be honest. Yeah, to me, since I did these cuffs to match with the shoes, cuffs being yellow as well. So should his I'm thinking right now what color. Should his hands be white like they're gloves, or should he should it just be his hands and they just yellow cuffs for no gloves? Should his shoes be green? We're gonna make his shoes purple just because to be a darker purple though. Because the Sonic characters can't have their shoes be the same color as their skin. Sometimes as long as they looks contrast well, and I think for Barney, just looking at the character and I was thinking, just makes sense to me. I was thinking about it, I just kept thinking in purple shoes. So here's Barney so far. What do you guys think? Yeah, I know. He's a dinosaur. Buck-toothed dinosaur. I think he looks pretty cute. My black will give him little gray soles because that makes the most sense to me. His weird Cliff the Incredibles in my head. I was like, I'll break her like a toothpick. Ever see the Incredibles? Of course, yeah, it's the best film ever made. And for this patch, we'll make it green because it makes the most sense. So it's a color scheme. Hmm. This will be yellow again. Repeating colors. Keep it complementary. And these little buckle here will be gray. The last thing we'll do is Barney's eyes, which will make green. His eyes are originally black, but that's not that interesting, so we'll make them green eyes. So here we go, guys. Barney, the purple dinosaur. He's a Sonic character. We're gonna add some shading to him though. So hold on to your seats. Only basic shading. We're just adding a dark shadow for some for areas. Just to me, will make him look a bit more interesting. Add a shadow here for this hand. Hands overlapping. Keep in mind your 3D space. When doing this, I go to school for this crap, so I know what I'm doing. I'm just doing very basic shading here. Barney, the dinosaur. Since I'm not the best at shading and I always forget times where the sunlight comes in. Hopefully this will be okay. Please don't judge me too hard. If you're judging me right now at all, I don't really care. I do. I think I got most of that purple. I guess I can do other areas. Um, yeah, that's pretty much it for me. Bar- Barney the purple dinosaur. You can see my reference for here, and here it is. I designed this, by the way, this shirt, in case you're wondering. I'm quite fond of this. This is quite a fun thing to do. So yeah, that's Barney, and we'll look up. Okay, I had to try to. I'll spell Barney here. Try. There you go. That took me an hour to do, and thank you for watching. Here's the drawing once again. Barney, the purple dinosaur. Oh, and here's my other drawing. Super Oreo, both from the Sonic art style. Quite fond of both, actually. Quite like how they came out. I am fond of doing this art style, so yeah, you want me to do our character again, I will. Thank you for watching, and subscribe for more. I will definitely do this more, even if nobody watches. Goodbye.